everybody, welcome to my channel and to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a look with all the makeup products that we've received over the last 3 months in our Glossyboxes. The first box I got was the October box, which you got either the Angel or the Devil edit. I was lucky enough to get the Devil edit, which was the one I wanted. And then last month, and in that box we got this eyeshadow palette by Style London. All lovely reds, winey colours, some browns, oranges, a couple of shimmers up at the top here. This one in the centre I think is meant to be a bit like a satin. It's kind of a cross between a satin and a matte, and I'm not quite sure if it knows what it wants to be. Anyway, so the colour we're going to be using today is this one down here. Let me open it up and I'll show you. And it's really nice, deep, sort of dark red winey colour, and it's a true matte, so we're going to be using that. We are then going to be using the Steve Laurent Rose Gold Loose Pigment that we received in this month's Merry Metallics Glossybox, as well as the LOV Liquid Lipstick. Now, I didn't realise I've received a liquid one in this month's box, but some other YouTubers, or other subscribers I should say, to Glossybox have actually received a bullet lipstick, which I'm not the biggest fan of bullet lipsticks. I'll use them, I'll wear them, but I am a liquid fan, so I'm really chuffed I've got the liquid, I have to say. And then we are going to be using the Bella Pierre Eye Candy Liquid Eyeshadow as well. The only other product, makeup product, well there's 2 other makeup products. We received the Lord & Berry Lip Crayon, which I have used in a couple of videos. I absolutely love this, but because we've got the liquid lipstick from the December box, I'm not going to be using that one today. The only other product we received was in the October box was a black eyeliner, which I was not very impressed with at all. I can't remember the make of it, but it had got an inbuilt sharpener and it wasn't a retractable one. And the first time I went to sharpen it, the end broke off. It was just a mess. It rendered I couldn't get the stuff out. It rendered the sharpener useless. The actual product itself wasn't very good in my opinion. It dragged on the eyelid. It was awful. So I ended up throwing that away. So I haven't got that. And from November's Glossybox, we have the Candy Cosmetics Pre-Glow Up mist, which I'll be using as well. Let's get into it, everybody. I'm going to get myself ready. I've got my base makeup on. I haven't yet primed my eyes, so I'm going to put my headband on, prime my eyes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. We're going to go in with this red here. I'm going in with my classic shader from Makeup Addiction, brush-wise. Let's go in. Let's see how we get on. There is quite, I do find with these shadows, I've used this palette a couple of times, I do find there is quite a bit of kick up in the pan. So I do use, I do make sure that I tap off really, really well before I go in on the eye. I also make sure that I do pat down very well, just to help prevent that horrible fallout, particularly as they're darker colours. The few times I've used this, I've been happy with the performance. I've not been blown away, unfortunately, but you know, this little palette retails for £15, I do believe. Would I personally pay £15 for it? No, I'd be a bit... I wouldn't be quite happy to pay £15 for it. If you could get it in the sale, then by all means do. I just think that for that sort of price, personally, I think I'd rather buy like the NYX Ultimate palettes where you get 16 shades. You're only getting 9 shades in this. So it's, you know, value-wise, maybe not the best. The colours are pigmented, absolutely. The mattes in particular are very, very pigmented, but I do find they do go on a little bit patchy. You have to go in and blend them out a fair amount. So yeah, not my favourite formula. The mattes as well are quite dry. Like I say, they do create a fair amount of kick up in the pan. Therefore, they can have an amount of fallout on your face as well. You have to be a little bit more careful, I suppose, with these. But they're okay. They work okay. As you can see, they're going on. So this is the really nice, like I say, sort of red winey mulberry colour. I wanted to use this because obviously we're trying to keep the looks at the minute fairly festive, and I just thought this was probably the best colour in the palette for doing that. I did on and on about using the sort of really bright true red, but when I swatched it on my arm and then popped the lipstick at the side of it, I just thought, no, I think this one's going to go a bit better. So I've gone all the way into my crease with that, quite low down, so it looks as though I've not got a lot of room left, but I have done that on purpose. If I had more time today, I would be doing a cut crease with this look, but unfortunately, as per usual, I'm a little bit strapped for time. So I want to see though how that Steve Laurent pigment, loose pigment, excuse me, applies over another shadow. So that's the whole theory today. There we go. So we're done with that one now. Excuse me, I'm just about to have a coughing fit. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I've stopped choking to death and I've managed to get my eye to stop watering in the process, so that's always good. We're going to go in now with the Colourpop E3 detailed shader brush with the Steve Laurent loose pigment. Now then, I haven't used a loose pigment before, so this could be really interesting. I know a lot of people say it's incredibly messy, so we've dipped the brush in, I've tapped it off really well, and we're going to go all along on the bottom here now and just see how this applies. I'm patting it on first of all to make sure that it'll stick, and then we will go in and blend it up into the crease and that other colour. I have to say I'm really pleased I chose this other colour now, because I honestly think this is working really well. Now when I swatched this Steve Laurent on my arm, it seemed to have a very, well, it is the shade Rose Gold, so, but it seemed to have a very pinky base. Now it's on the lid, it is coming out a lot more golden, which I'm not mad about. I just think it's interesting how the product is sort of changing based on what's underneath it. So very interesting. And where it's gone over the red, it's kind of gone quite orangey gold as well. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll move around a wee bit. Okay, now personally like I said, I know some people are worried about this being incredibly messy. I haven't got any fallout at the minute that I can see anyway. So would I describe it as messy? Well, not really. I mean, I can understand where people are coming from, because I thought exactly the same. I thought, how on earth is this not going to get all over the place? But I'm going in like you would an eyeshadow, tapping off like you would a normal pressed eyeshadow into the tub, and it's fine. So I might have been able to be converted. We shall see. As always, I will see how it wears throughout the day. Just make sure I've got this corner a little better. So there we go. It's interesting. I'm going to be using this as my highlighter as well today, because according to the information, it's a multi-purpose loose pigment, so you can use it for a variety of uses. So we shall be testing that out. I'm just going to try and come in on that inner corner a little more. And again, sort of trying to use this, I suppose, as like an inner corner highlight. Why not? I do like a one product fits all kind of idea. There we go. Okay, and whilst we're using this, we're going to come under the lower lash line from the inner corner this time to about 1/3 of the way. There we go. I was going to say, do I need to pick up some more, but I don't think I do. It is a beautiful, beautiful colour. It's not, you know, it's not a colour I would choose for myself. I have to say, if I was going to choose a colour, I would always go with more of a silver or a white or a dark grey or something, but it is lovely, and for the holiday season, personally, I think it fits really well. We're done with that for the time being. I'm going to put the lid back on it because I know what a clumsy klutz I am, and if I leave the lid off, it'll end up going all over the place. We are now going to use the liquid eyeshadow, and we're going to use that as a liner. I am going to swap brushes for this. I just don't trust myself going in with a thick dough foot like that, trying to use it as an eyeliner. That just is not going to work. I am looking for, here we go, my angled liner brush that I got from my Makeup Addiction set. Now then, I'm just gonna see if I can take it off the dough foot. I don't particularly want to pop it onto the back of my hand, because when I swatched this the other day when the Glossybox came, it would not get off my hand. Once this has dried down, it ain't going nowhere, everybody. Let me tell you that. It took me ages to get it off. It really did. Okay. Let's see how this applies. Can we even see where we're going with it? Not quite sure as yet. I might need a bit more, which is a bit difficult when you're as blind as a bat and you're trying to look through one eye. Not the best. Okay, how's this going on? It's going on really well, quite smoothly. don't feel like you can see it. It's not standing out particularly well against that rose gold pigment, but I'm not surprised by that because, again, when I swatched them on my arm, they did look to be very, 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 very similar. Okay, do I want to go in again? Let me do the other eye and I'll think about that. This might be nice. I'm definitely going to have a play with this and use it all over the lid. A little bit like I've done with the loose pigment, but with this instead. And with the orange shade out of the Style London. The orange matte, I should say, out of the Style London palette. Because I think those two would go together really well as well. I mean, I'm quite happy with this look. It's coming out really nicely. Again, not a look I would particularly choose for myself, but you can't, you know, you've got to step outside the box sometime in your life, haven't you? You can't just stick, well, I suppose you can stick to what you know, obviously, if that's where you're comfortable, but I don't know what it is. It's about getting older. It's really bizarre because in some ways you're more fearful of things, you're a little bit more timid and, you know, you're a bit more hesitant to try new stuff, and I think that was certainly true maybe 10 years or so ago. Now I seem to have turned a corner where I'm like, do you know what? Baubles to it, let's just get out there and give it a go. And I seem to have lost a little bit of that recently. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm sure we'll find out. Okay, there we go. That's the eyeliner down on the upper eyelids. What do we think? It feels alright. Obviously it feels wet and a little bit cool because it is a liquid eyeshadow. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to come and do underneath the lash line and do the lower lashes with it, because I am literally trying to keep this video to just the products we've had from Glossybox in the time that I've been subscribed to them, which, like I say, my first box was the October box. Yeah, so why not give you a bit of an overview, a bit of a review of the products, because sometimes I find that some YouTubers out there, they'll show you their unboxing so you can see the products they're getting, which is fab, absolutely. You know, I enjoy doing a good unboxing, not a problem at all. But then you don't then get to know, they don't sort of do updates of whether or not they've used the products, how they felt about it, and it's something I'm a little bit conscious of. So I am trying to make sure that I do use products on camera where I can, and then I can give you an honest opinion, an honest review. You know, if you're maybe a little bit undecided whether or not these subscription box services are really for you, getting a little bit of feedback about the products might just sway your opinion one way or another. I don't know, but I'm putting it out there because, like I say, that's the whole reason I started this channel, was I just felt there was a bit of a niche in the market, a bit of a gap, and I thought, well, let's try and fill it. I hope you all feel the same. I hope you're enjoying the content I'm putting out at the moment. If you are, don't be afraid to leave me a comment, a little message. I do read them all, and I do appreciate any feedback. So for those of you who already have commented a couple of times, thank you very much. I also want to say thank you because I seem to have had a little flurry of extra subscribers recently, so thank you very much and welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, if you are watching these videos, even if you think maybe not always for me, the kind of looks that I'm doing, if you've got somebody you think would actually appreciate what I do, share away, tell your friends and family about me, direct them to the channel. That'd be awesome. Thank you. There we go, all done underneath. My battery light is now flashing at me, so I am very, very quickly going to pop the liquid lipstick on that we got. Excuse me while I don't talk while I'm doing this. It's a lovely brownie nudie shade. And I am very, very quickly just going to pop some of my NYX On The Rise mascara on like normal. Take my headband out and we can have a look at the finished look. I did set myself, I'm trying to set myself a little, a little bit of a challenge to keep my videos under the half-an-hour mark where I can. I think I might just manage that today. Woohoo! Probably not going to always happen, but you know, hey ho, we can but try. I've got a little bit of transfer on my left eye up onto the top lid. I am going to let that dry and then get rid of that with my brush. And I just realised I did say I was going to use the Steve Laurent as a highlighter today. So let's pick up my highlighting brush and I'm literally just going to pop that in. Ooh. I'm going to tap that off because I've picked up quite an amount. There we go, just into the lid. Tapping that off and let's go on. Woohoo! Oh yes. Tap that on, onto that top of that cheekbone. Cool. Blimey O'Reilly. Oh, that's a highlighter, okay. Yep. I can definitely see that. It's a bit dark. Never mind. Doesn't matter, I haven't really got anywhere too important to go today, so it's fine. But that's quite dark, isn't it? Let's just tap into the lid where I've tapped off that excess and let's go in on the other side. I mean, immediately I'm putting that down, you can see, can't you? Yeah. So yes, you can use this as a highlighter like it says. I mean, I've not got the fairest skin. I would describe myself as fair but with olive tones. So again, not the fairest skin but not the darkest either, but that is quite a dark highlighter if you're using it as a highlighter. So if you've got a really fair or porcelain skin, I would maybe avoid trying this, to be perfectly honest. If you've got a really nice deep skin tone, then this would look absolutely fabulous on you. There we go. Let's take the headband out, sort the hair out. Oh, I know what I've not done. I've not sprayed, have I? Let's spray, get that bit of glitz going. I have to say, this is now about the 4th time I've used this, and the sprayer is packing in, which isn't very good when I've only got that far down the bottle. Can you hear? Oh, there we go. See, it'll do a couple, and then it has a problem. We'll keep an eye on it. But anyway, there we go. That's the look all done. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, give me a thumbs up. Like I say, please let everybody know where I am, where they can find me. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go now and do some really exciting housework. Yay! See you soon, everybody.